I realized I was just a sexual object to my boyfriend, then his best friend stepped in. My boyfriend, 21M, and I, 22F, had been dating for about 6 months. He has always been very privately vocal about me sexually and is, his words, obsessed with me and my body. He shows it, and our sex is really great. I feel very confident in that area. He wants to have sex with me constantly, and we often do it 4 to 5 times in a row per day because he asks so much and wants to keep going. It's always been consensual, but he definitely wants it more than I do a lot of the time. That's not the issue. This weekend, he took me to a music festival, and we stayed at his best friend's house, we will call him Jake, who also came with us to the festival on Sunday. We hung out with him a lot. The festival was out of town, in a more progressive and warm place, important later. I do not like PDA very much, if any at all, no matter who it's in front of. I hate making anyone uncomfortable, but it makes me uncomfortable most of all. He knows this and always has, so we only hold hands in public and sometimes kiss quickly. The entire weekend, he was very grabby of my body and would come up behind me and grab me and start kissing my neck, and it made me so uncomfortable. I would tell him that I didn't want it, and he would stop but then do it again. At the festival, I was trying to listen and enjoy the music, and he would try to get me to grind on him in front of Jake, and I definitely didn't want to. This part also was very minor, because I understood the setting and his feelings, but I did let him know I was uncomfortable with it many times. It would go on and off the whole night. The part that bothers me most is his comments and the things he brings attention to. On Sunday, I wore a cute top, and I could have worn a bra with it. I was nervous about being too exposed since I am not used to it, but he convinced me that since we were in a more progressive place, it would be fine, and that no one would care. I mentioned that I didn't want to make Jake uncomfortable, and he let me know that Jake has had plenty of girlfriends who have dressed this way. It was definitely ultimately my choice to go without a bra, but I wouldn't have done it if he hadn't convinced me. I would have been fine if he didn't draw attention to my boobs the entire day, but he did. We met up with Jake at a restaurant, and while on the phone with each other and while Jake was trying to locate us, my boyfriend said, "Do you see her tits?" I lightly hit his arm and told him not to say that, and he laughed it off as a joke. Then, when we were in the restaurant, he mentioned to Jake that I was uneasy about being braless, and we chatted about it a bit. I explained that I was comfortable with my own body, but I just wasn't used to showing much. My boyfriend made another comment about them, and when I walked forward to order food, he said to Jake, "I'm allowed to say that because I'm the one who gets to do things with them." When no one was looking, he would grab my nipples and try to get them to perk up, and he was very handsy on me, like he needed to prove that he's the one who gets to touch me and have sex with me. I hate it. Later, we were talking about a student at the high school I teach at, who was the younger brother of Jake's roommate. Jake told us that the student kept asking if my boyfriend and I were still together, and Jake made some jokes and said, "Why, does he think he has a shot?" It was funny, until my boyfriend said he just wants to be inside you. I wanted to throw up. Why would he say something so explicit about a minor with me? I exclaimed, "What did you say?" And he repeated it. I told him to stop saying stuff like that, and he laughed it off and said, "Well, it's true." Jake then said, "Dude, you gotta stop with that. I'm officially scolding you. Do you feel scolded? No more of that." He was trying to be light, but I knew even Jake thought it was way over the line and defended me. Finally, that night, I wanted to get my boyfriend's hoodie so that I could just wear it over my top because I didn't have one, but it was in his car and we left his car parked somewhere else. I let him know that, and Jake heard us and asked where my boyfriend was going, and he told him I wanted a hoodie but we didn't have his car. Jake immediately brought me to his room and let me pick out a hoodie, and when I told him I felt bad, he said, "I don't want you to keep feeling so uncomfortable, plus it's cold." It was very sweet, and I felt better the rest of the night, but my boyfriend got weird about me wearing his best friend's hoodie.